understand there's been some questions lately about how we're planning to integrate computational thinking and coding into our teaching. So I'm here to answer some of those questions today. Now, our first question was asked by a parent named Chad. So, why is computational thinking and coding important? In other words, why is it being taught to the students? That's a good question. So, regarding computational thinking, I would say the thing students have to gain the most from learning this is problem solving skills, being able to use the thought process that we're going to teach and apply them not just to everyday life or random situations, but also to their learning in school, be able to apply it to different subject matters. So, in addition, coding is also important to learn because we live in a digital age and it's good to know how computers work. But with that said, programmers also make a lot of money. So, if your student is at all interested in tech or computers, this could be a potential career path for them to go down. Another question that was asked by another parent named Karen. So, what exactly will the students be learning? Will they be learning actual coding or computer science? So the thing with computational thinking is it can be a pretty broad concept, but what we're going to try and zero in on with students the most are some of the steps of computational thinking. Things like decomposition, pattern recognition, abstraction, algorithmic design. Now, these are big words, but they essentially just amount to taking apart a problem or an issue and solving it holistically. Now, we're not only going to teach this to students, but we're also going to explain how it applies to other fields, especially like things like the scientific method or historical research. We're also going to compare it to this coding, because coders and programmers have to know how to explain a problem and a solution and instructions to a robot or a computer so that they can be followed through on. Now, I don't really know much programming myself, to be perfectly honest. So we're not going to teach the kids JavaScript right out of the gate, but we are going to teach them the principles behind coding. And the final question that I'll be looking at came from a parent named Brad. So, how will the students be evaluated on this content? Will they be tested or actually graded on it? Now, Brad, I could go into my whole spiel about how Common Core curriculum sucks and how success looks different for different students. But let me just say that most of what we're going to be doing with computational thinking and coding is going to be participation, engagement, and creativity based. So you don't need to stress your kid out about doing good on the test for this. Now, I will say that this may change later on as our school invests more in technology and computers and maybe creates an actual programming and coding class, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Crop this part out. But for right now, we're more concerned with integrating computational thinking and how it relates to coding into what we're already learning, which, quite honestly, is going to fall more on me and not the students. Well, Chad, Karen, and Brad, thank you for asking your questions. They were good questions. I hope I was able to answer those somewhat, and you'll definitely hear more about it in the coming days as we look at this more. But for right now, I have a parent teacher conference to get to, so I'll see you guys later.